So just like last week, the character we rolled today is another one who isn't introduced into Volume 3, and therefore is going to have a lot of spoilers. Unlike Natasha Fox, however, Daniel Madison has actually been mentioned before. Daniel Madison is the son of John Madison and Alice Templeton, who by that point is Alice Madison. His initial mention actually happens in Volume 1 of Tall Tales, very briefly. In fact, I'll read it to you just a moment. It was part of the long night in Norway. The ravens were preening when a cleft opened in the side of a mountain, and three figures stumbled out into the snow. Benedict and Daniel were on either side of Madison, his arms over their shoulders and his left eye bleeding. The black raven turned away. The other leaned over to him. "It's nearly time," she whispered. Voices carry in this place, she knew, and it was not suitable for the humans or near humans to hear her now. "Are you ready for this?" There was a long pause. "Yes." Benedict, Daniel, and Madison passed under the ravens and managed to find the car they had left waiting. Benedict was urgently explaining the dangers Madison faced with his wound exposed to the weather. Daniel was trying to offer comfort. Madison didn't seem to hear either of them. Daniel is, as I said, the son of Madison and Alice, and that comes with a lot of supernatural connection because of Alice's tie to the Hudson estate and all that that entails, and the things that happened to her when she went to visit the Hudson estate in Volume 2, as well as just the nature of Madison's bloodline. What Daniel actually inherits is a lot of supernatural power and a lot of supernatural connection, and this manifests mostly as a type of person that's called an empath, but that's not strictly accurate to what's actually happening with them. Empaths in Tall Tales are something between a normal person and an anchor or a warlock. Anchors and warlocks, you remember, can see and interact with the metaphysical realm at all times and have some amount of control over it. Empaths are like a lesser form of that. They don't actually see across the barrier, but they can sense things that are happening in the realm, and because the realm is very much influenced by the fears and emotions and dreams and stuff like that of the human beings in the world, that allows them to pick up on trends and vibes and ways things are shifting. With enough concentration and practice and raw power, they can actually influence those waves. They can more directly change what's happening in the metaphysical realm. They can kind of feel the way the currents are moving and redirect them. Empaths would make very powerful mages if they practice magic. Most don't. Daniel doesn't really. It's like the difference between a sorcerer and a wizard. A mage is very much bound to the systems that they've learned, whereas an empath is very much flowing with the way that magic is just kind of moving through the world. Anyway, so Daniel serves a function in the story, a few different functions, because he's actually born in Volume 3, and then he grows up some, and by Volume 5 is actively involved in the work that Madison is doing, investigating the paranormal, and using his abilities to kind of supplement the work that they're doing. And so his role in the story very much becomes a part of this investigative team that is being assembled, that is involved in, ultimately, the climax of the story. Now, I literally cannot say more than that about like his involvement or some of the ways that this goes or how he interacts with a lot of other people without giving away way too much. Anyway, check out more of the story at talltalesuf.com. You can buy the books there. You can also find a link to my Amazon store where you can buy the books, and a link to the wiki to start plugging in all the information that you piece together when you're looking at the books or the stories on the website or any of these videos or any of that media like that. Thank you.